Alright guys, I'm Nathan. This is going to be my presentation. I'm here in Miss Karen's class at Northside High School. Got my captive audience here. Alright, so we're going to get right into it. Let's see. That's better. Alright, my name is Nathan Harvey. I'm doing this for a class for South Louisiana Community College. I'm going to give you guys a quick speech on the structure and function of the heart. First, the heart is an organ in your body. It's slightly to the left of center in your chest. It's about the size of two fists clasped together. It beats about 7 billion times in your life. It's also one of the most well-known organs in the heart. You don't see people giving greeting cards with pancreases or spleens or anything like that on there. But let's go over the structure real quick. You got the heart is mostly muscle. It's got 4 chambers, atriums and ventricles. The atriums are going to be less muscular, they're kind of a low pressure area, and they're going to be at the top of the heart. Sorry about this picture. It's functionally accurate, but not visually accurate.
It's all right.
You got your atriums up above, and pretty much their whole purpose is to feed the ventricles at the bottom. And the ventricles are at the bottom, and they're
You mean things that open and close?
They're more muscular, and their purpose is to pump the blood to the rest of the heart. Let's see. After that, you got the circulatory system of the heart. You got the arteries that take blood away from the heart, and veins that bring blood back to it. Arteries mostly are oxygenated blood, which is the whole purpose of the heart, is to bring oxygenated blood out to the cells of the heart to feed the cells of the body. Between each of the chambers, you're going to have little one-way valves to keep blood flowing the correct way. The mitral valve, the tricuspid valve. I don't really have a whole lot of time to get too deep into all that. There's also an electrical component to the heart. It's got multiple nodes that pretty much shock the heart to keep it beating right. You got the SA node, the AV node, and the Purkinje fibers down at the bottom. Those pretty much control your heart rate and keep it to where it needs to be. All right. That does it for the structure. Now we're going to get to the function. The purpose of the heart is to pump blood, and blood brings waste, nutrients, oxygen, pretty much everything to and from the cells of the body. We're going to start in the right ventricle down here. What happens is the heart pumps blood, unoxygenated blood, deoxygenated blood, to the lungs. It goes to the bronchioles of the lungs. The blood picks up oxygen from the lungs, leaves the lungs, comes back to the left atrium. Left atrium pretty much drops the blood right down to the left ventricle. Left ventricle pumps blood out to the whole body, all the way out through the arteries to the cells of your body, where it offloads the oxygen. Okay, and then the deoxygenated blood comes back to the right atrium, and the right atrium pretty much just lets the blood flow right back to the right ventricles, and that's pretty much the whole cycle right there. You need to keep a certain pressure for that, and that's part of what the heart does. Just keeps the pressure, keeps that blood flowing throughout the body.
What if someone has an internal injury in their heart?
That could be a problem. Then you're not getting blood to the heart. You're not getting blood to your body.
Yes, but can the person still live that way though?
No. It depends. It depends on what it is.
See.
Okay. What are we at, Ellis? 3:30. Okay, cool. We went over structure and function. Now we're going to talk about a couple things that can go wrong. One of the things is high blood pressure, and that's something you see a lot down here in Louisiana. People eat bad food all the time, and the high blood pressure is pretty much defined as a blood pressure that is chronically high. It pretty much stays up. So the blood that's going to and from all these arteries and veins is going there's too much pressure behind it, and it can weaken the veins. It can make you more likely to have a heart attack, stroke, heart failure, things like that.
Could it pop them?
It can if it gets too bad, but not necessarily popping. It weakens them more than anything. But high blood pressure. Yeah, high blood pressure is pretty much just a risk factor for a lot of other stuff. You can weaken the veins, but it's not going to be. The veins are also made of muscle, so they have a lot of give to them as well. The second thing is myocardial infarction, also known as a heart attack. I'm sure you guys have probably heard of a heart attack before. That's pretty much when the arteries that feed the heart, they give oxygen to the heart. Those get clogged, so the heart's not getting oxygen, and the heart is what's supposed to be pumping everything. So that's when people get the chest pain or whatever. The body's letting them know something's wrong. So if your heart isn't able to get oxygen, it's not able to pump right, it's not able to function correctly, and that can be a big deal. Me and Ellis we're EMTs, so that's one of the main things we get called to people's houses for somebody having chest pain, because they could be having a myocardial infarction or a heart attack. But the big thing about heart attacks is it can be fixed because it's just a blockage in the arteries. So if somebody is having that, we want to get them to the hospital quick. Try to block it. Try to clear up that blockage and try to minimize any damage that could be done to the heart.
Pardon me.
Mhm.
Well, why does it take so long then for the ambulance to reach the person once you call them? I mean, what can you
It's
do
gonna be an
to
after
basically
question,
pump them?
ISIS.
No, that's fine.
I'll talk to you
The thing about that is we could be busy on another call or something like that, dear. Like we could be doing stuff, or it could be a lot of things. Traffic gets bad too. But I'm just gonna summarize everything real quick. We got the whole heart right here in the middle. Got the left atrium, right atrium, left ventricle, right ventricle. The way they beat is the atrium squeeze and then the ventricle squeeze. So it's kind of back and forth. That's like what you hear when you listen to someone's heart. You hear the lub dub. That's what you're hearing. All right. And just in summary, the heart is a pump. It works in the cycle, and oxygenated blood to the cells is the main goal of that. So, hopefully this speech was able to give you guys a little bit of insight onto this. And I didn't really have enough time to get in depth with anything, but hopefully it's a good little refresher for y'all, or to let y'all kind of see what's going on. Thank you.
Thank you.